What's up, my Grandmaster dear Samanas? Welcome back to a new video. Today I'll be telling you everything about how to play Jack's jungle against every jungle champion and what runes you need to use and what builds you can always use against your enemy jungles and what builds can be really useful against every matchup. So let's go for it. So first of all, we're gonna go straight for the enemy jungles, which champions can really you tough and easy against Jack jungle. Well, the first champion which we're gonna talk about is that the Bel'veth. Well, Bel'veth is actually really tough to kill as Jack jungle. Not in early games, it's kind of like easy, but not in late games. Late games has always been one of the greatest and toughest moments in Jack jungle with against Bel'veth, because if she's like super fed, then I'm afraid we cannot kill her. So to stop that, the best build against Bel'veth is that it's going to be like the consistent AD Jax jungle build, where you'll be going Trinity Force over Blade of Ruin King with some Titanic Hydra, or you can always try to go Death Dance, and then you can always go Spear of Shojin, and the last item can be Wits and with some armor or magic resistant boots too. So well, if we're talking about the skills difference, then yes, to kill Bel'veth in no matter in late games or early games, you need to be more of aggressive champion in early games, and then you can actually invade her too. But to dodge her skills, you need to be really good in dodging skills. Like, for example, whenever Belle uses her dash, you need to be prepared to use your E and Q more often. Like, for example, let's say taking an example, and there's an MF fighting over. I'm chasing MF, and Bel'veth coming from the backside of the bot side bushes. Now she uses her W to airborne me, and so that MF can escape. But she's kind of like dumb enough to come back and just come for me. So I just took down MF, and whenever she uses her ability, which she cannot take any damage, you need to use your E at that time, and then you need to wait for your leap strike Q to jump on her when she usually tries to dodge with her dashes. Okay, so let's go for the next champion, and that is Kayn. Kayn is actually one of the greatest and most annoying champions for Jack jungle, just because he has two transformations, and that's blue and red. Well, in my opinion, guys, so if Kayn goes Go Dinger, then I'm afraid you need to go builds like Hybrid Jack jungle. You can always try to go Hybrid Jack jungle against Red Kayn, and then you can always try to go consistent AD Jack jungle build too, as in the full AD Jack jungle build. You can actually go AP Jack jungle too against Blue Kayn. You can always try to go the full AD Jack jungle too against Blue, and then you can always try to go the Hybrid Jack jungle too. It's actually really worth it. So the playstyle can be explained that you can always try to invade him and just stop him from getting fed or something, or you can stop him from farming as well. AP Jack jungle is actually really wonderful against only Blue King, not against the Red King. So just keep in mind, try to notice his build or just farm, because you can always try to learn from his ruins which transformation is trying to go. Okay, so let's go for the next champion, and now the third champion is Evelyn. Evelyn actually used to be a really strong champion against Jack jungle, but not anymore. I don't find any struggle against her nowadays, because there are so many different builds of Jack jungle has been created. The full 80 consistent Jack jungle build is actually really worthwhile. Even the hybrid Jack jungle build with Zonias. With Zonias can be actually really useful, and no matter how fed she is, you can always try to be more of a assassinating Jack jungle to like come from the behind and just kill all of them. Next champion is gonna be the Vi, the Arcane Vi. Actually, she's actually a really good champion against Jack jungle, but not anymore, because the AP Jack jungle build is actually completely broken against her. As in, like, I used to struggle a lot with her due to her punches, like the W damage punches. That's because I usually used to go the AD Jack jungle build, but honestly guys, you should definitely go the AP Jack jungle build only against her. AP cannot be lost against her. AP Jack's jungle will never lose a duo fight against Vi. So actually you can always try to go, the difference builds can be against Vi is that AP Jack Jungle build is actually the greatest build against Vi. Or you can always try to go the tank AP Jack Jungle too, where the first item will be Iceborne Gauntlet, and then you can also try to go the full AP build too. Let's go for the next champion, and that's Briar. Briar is actually one of the easiest champions to kill as Jack Jungle. Well, she's never been a big problem, no matter in which elo you are, unless she's like super fat. Well, once you get Trinity foes, then yes, she's like really damn easy to kill. But the problem is that she has good healing, but yet she's nerfed, so yes, I don't find any problem against her. That's actually one of the greatest points of Jack Jungle. So the builds against her is gonna be the consistent AD Jack Jungle build, and you can also try to go the Nidalee Jack Jungle too, with hybrid Jack Jungle. These three builds can be really useful against her. So let's go for the next champion, and that's gonna be the Warwick. Well, Warwick, yeah, I mean, he's tough to kill, but I only find quite difficult positioning against her only in early games. In late games, the game completely changes. He can dominate us in early games, I totally agree with that. But nah, I don't think so. He can do anything up to us in late game. So you need to tell your teammates to try to be more of a passive player in the early games, and then try to scale as soon as possible. Okay, so let's talk about the builds against Warwick. Is gonna be the hybrid Jack Jungle build with full AD2, or you can also try to do the Bruiser build. You can always try to add Titanic Hydra with Trinity Force and Blade of Ruin. Alright, so let's go for this 7th champion. So that's gonna be the Nidalee, the Lioness. Well, technically she's actually a really good champion too, but only with her arrows. Builds can be against Nidalee is gonna be the consistent AD Jack Jungle build only. You cannot go AP or tank, because if she's like super fat, then I'm afraid you cannot do anything against her. She cannot kill you, you can give all the great damage you have. So alright, so let's go for the next champion, and that's the 8th champion, and that is Amumu. Amumu is also actually a really tough champion to kill, but not exactly. There are 2 different builds for Jack Jungle against Amumu, and that's gonna be the Korean build. I think you all might know the Korean build where Jack Jungle used to go Divine Surrender over Nash's Tooth and Zonia's, which was actually breaking the whole meta. That was in like August 2023. But alright, so let's go for the 9th champion, and that's gonna be the Shyvana Jungle. Shyvana Jungle is actually a really good champion, but nah, it's actually really easy for a Jack Jungle to kill her, because you can always try to invade her at level 3 and take down as soon as possible. She usually uses her flash to escape, but you need to be more aggressive and perfect with the flash. If she uses her flash, then you can easily just dodge her damn easily. Goodly. Alright, so well, the builds can be against Shyvana is gonna be the hybrid build against Shyvana, and then you can always try to go the full AD Jack Jungle build. And then you can always try to go with the consistent AD Jack Jungle build. Alright, so let's go for the 10th champion, and that's gonna be Ekko. Ekko is actually really easy to kill as Jack Jungle, but only if he's like not too fat. If he's like super fat, like as in the 5 items and you're only with the 3 items, then I'm afraid you cannot kill him. Like, that's actually a really rare cases. So to stop, you can always try to go with the best builds against Ekko, is that you can always try to go the consistent AD Jack Jungle build. Just like I said, that build is actually the greatest Jack Jungle build in League of Legends. Alright, so let's go for the next champion, and that's gonna be the Nocturne. Well, Nocturne, yes, it's an easy jungle champion to kill no matter what happens, because you can always try to kill him with 3 of the best builds in Jack Jungle. And that's gonna be the AP Jack Jungle build, the full AP Jack Jungle build, where you can always one-shot him since he's an assassin. And then you can also try to go with the AD Jack Jungle build too. And then you can always try to pick hybrid Jack Jungle build. These 3 builds are the greatest against him. Alright, so let's go for the 11th champion, and that's gonna be the Lilia. Lilia is actually really annoying to deal due to her ghost strength with the centaur strength with the movement speed actually where she can always try to use her ult and just make you drowsy and sleep, which can be quite annoying to deal with her. So to stop that you can always try to go ghost against her and go with the 80 consistent 80 jack jungle build, and then you can always try to go hybrid jack jungle build too. So let's go for the next champion, and that's gonna be the Graves. Well, this guy is actually quite unpredictable because since he's like, if he's super fed, like super strong, then I'm afraid you need to go Frozen Heart against him. You can always try to go consistent 80 Jack jungle build with Steroid Gadge, or you can always try to change Frozen Heart. Frozen Heart is actually really effective, or you can always try to go Rabadance. Not the Rabadance, you can actually go any of the greatest armor Jack jungle items too. Let's go for the next champion, and that's gonna be the Diana. Well, it's a really easy champion to kill, no matter what happens. You need to go with the consistent 80 Jack jungle build, and hybrid build is actually these two builds are actually really effective against her. But I strongly recommend you all to go with the consistent 80 build only, because once you get Blade of Ruin King, even if she's like going tank, it's like a piece of cake for you to take down her. Go for it, and now the last champion for today is gonna be the Rengar. Well, there's another jungle champion who's actually extremely easy to kill. No matter what happens, no matter how easy or tough or fed he is, he's like one of the easiest jungle champions to kill. No matter what happens. Well, the Rengar can be taken down damn easily with a full hybrid Jack jungle build with consistent 80 build too. And then you can also try to go with the tank Jack jungle build, but only in the few of the cases. Let's for example, you can also try to go the tank AP Jack jungle too. But in most of the cases, consistent 80 build is the best one against Rengar. So just try to be more of a bruiser AP 80 Jack jungle. Alright, so well, that's it for me. If you like my video, please like and subscribe to my channel for more amazing Jack Jungle outplays, ring builds, ruin strategies, and many more. Well, I'll see you on the roof next time.